Hello. Okay, now we will continue from the next question. Question number 41 has been completed. 140 has been completed in the part 2 of the video. Now we are going to start from the question number 141 and we will try to cover all the questions in this part. Okay, so we'll start like from the question number 141. We have to match the this epiblast, perisperm, non-albuminous seeds. It is not typical. It will be like simple question for you, as we can say it is an average type of the question. Okay, it is a average type of the question here. The scutella means here we can match it with the cotyledon, whether it is monocot, but in the scutella we have seen into the cotyledons of this seeds. Okay, then non-albuminous will be the groundnut. Okay, so B third A2 given here. So we'll go with this first statement. And then next is 142 assertion reason based question. Assertion is saying all the vertebrates are chordate, but all chordates are not vertebrate. In the phylum Chordata, we have seen the 3 subphylum. Okay, in the phylum Chordata, we have seen the 3 subphylum: Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and the Vertebrata. Vertebrata is a subphylum. Okay, so we can say here from the Chordata are actually the phylum. Okay, and these 3 are the subphylum. Okay, and then from the Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and the Vertebrata, in the Vertebrata we have seen some was the Agnatha, those who are not having the jaws or jawless, and some was Gnatha, those who are having the jaws. Okay, so in the Gnatha again we have seen subdivided these into the classes, like some was having the cyclostomes, and some was cyclostomes will come in the category of the Agnatha. Okay, here. Okay, Agnatha was the cyclostome. Only one example we have seen into the Agnatha, cyclostomes, and into the Agnatha we have seen some was the Pisces and some was the tetrapod. Pisces means 2 limbs are having, and tetrapod was having the 4 limbs. Okay, so in the Pisces we have seen like ostick thighs and the condic thighs. Again we have subdivided into the 2 category, ostick thighs and the condic thighs. Ostick thighs and chondric thighs. Okay, while in the tetrapod again we have seen like amphibians, reptiles, then apes, then mammals. Okay, so these complete flowchart given in the NCERT, which we have studied already. So here on the basis of that we can say that as they are asking into the question that all the vertebrates are the chordata. Okay, all the vertebrates are related to the chordata because they are the subphylum of the phylum Chordata. Okay, but all chordates are not vertebrate because some chordates will become urochordate, some become cephalochordate, and very few of them was the vertebrata. So that is correct. Okay, and the member of the subphylum Vertebrata possesses the notochord. That's correct. During the embryonic stage, and the notochord is replaced by the cartilaginous or either the bony vertebral column into the adults. Okay, so that is what, as I told you, that they are having some organism in the Gnatha. They are having the Pisces, means ostick thighs or the chondric thighs. So they will be ostick thighs having the bony endoskeleton, and chondric thighs made up of the cartilage. Their endoskeleton will be made up of the cartilage. So on that basis we can say that both are correct, and even explaining also correctly. So we can say it would be the correct answers. First one will be the correct answer. Then 143 is saying which is not correct, means they are asking for the incorrect one. So in the incorrect you can find out and each antibody has a 2 light chain and 2 heavy chain. Antibody will be having this structure. Okay, so this is the heavy chain, this is the heavy chain, this is the light chain, and this is light chain. So means 2 heavy and 2 light chain. Okay, so these 2 are completely making one complete structure, which is the antibody. That is true, but we cannot choose this one because it is incorrect according to the question. Okay, the heavy chain and the light chain are held together by the disulfide bond. These 2 are having the disulfide bond between them, which is because of the cysteine amino acid. Okay, so cysteine amino acid is actually responsible for making these 2 chains. So this is also correct, but incorrect according to the question. Antigen binding site is located at the C-terminus region of the antibody molecule. Antigen binding site is, this is the N-terminus part and this is the C-terminus part. Okay, so the antigen which is binding on the N-terminus, antigen will come and bind on this area. This is the antigen binding part. So it will connect with on the N-terminus part, and on the C-terminus part, this is the light heavy chain part which will connect with the cell. So we can say it will be incorrect. Okay, so this is incorrect and correct according to the question. Then 144 is saying that silencing of the specific mRNA is possible by the RNAi. RNAi is what? It is an interference RNA. Okay, so silencing because of what? Because of the complementary double-stranded RNA we will make. So the process of that nematode will become inhibited. And 145 is saying gene R and the Y follows the independent assortment. Capital R, and small capital Y produces the round seeds, and these all small one will produce the wrinkled green seed. Then what will be the phenotypic ratio of the F2 generation? In the F2 generation, simply we have seen 15:1, or among the 15 only one was a recessive and remaining will be the hybrid or the dominant. Okay, so 9-3-3-1. So this will be the answer. Then histone are enriched with what? Histone are positively charged, that is why it will be it will be engaged with the DNA, and DNA is a negative charge. So because of that, like what type of the amino acid would be there on the histone? So lysine and the arginine will be positive charged amino acid, and they will hold the complete DNA over it. Then 147 is saying that first menstruation is called as it will be the MENARCH. Very simple question. Then heart, kidney, and gastrointestinal tract or the adrenal cortex. Among these four we have to find out the correct choosing with their function. So very simple one, from the heart, that is secreting the atrial natriuretic factor ANF, which will cause the low blood pressure. It will cause the blood pressure become low. And the kidney will secrete the erythropoietin. So A3B should be 1. A3B1. Okay, so here is the answer. Then 149 is the protein portion of an enzyme is called as. The protein portion of the enzyme is what? It is the apoenzyme, and together with the coenzyme it will be called as a holoenzyme. Means apoenzyme plus the cofactor togetherly known as the complete enzyme, known as holoenzyme. It is the holoenzyme. The next is 150. Which of the following is a unit of productivity of an ecosystem? Very simple one. The formula, if you have learned, that is the fourth one. Sweet potato and the potato represent a certain type of the evolution. Select the correct combination of the term of explanation of the evolution. Okay, so here analogous and the convergent AC type of the evolution we have seen with the sweet potato and the potato. Then with the help of the given pedigree, find out the probability of the birth of a child having no disease. There should be no disease, and being the carrier mutation, being the carrier in the F3 generation. So in the third generation we have to find out. Okay, so here let's see how many of them will be able to get the disease and which will not be able to the getting the disease, not even the carrier. Okay, so here they are asking actually no disease and being a carrier. There should be no disease but could be the carrier. Carrier means if the mother is actually carrier, mother is XX and father is XY. So father is actually diseased. So in this case we can say father is having the X chromosome diseased. Okay, mother is having carrier, so one X is diseased. So here this is the son. So mother will give the one X chromosome which could be the healthy, and one Y chromosome would be from the father. Okay, and in this one mother is having the X and the another one here also, and this could be the carrier. This could be the disease. Maybe the father will give the this diseased chromosome, and this one also will be the disease. So this could be the completely diseased. This could be the carrier, and here is the X chromosome. Father will give the X only, Y only to the son, and mother has given to the X either X chromosome or either the Y chromosome. This could be the disease, but here in case might be the mother will give the X chromosome which could be the healthy. So in this condition we can see this could be the carrier, this could be the disease, and these two son could be the, maybe one could be carrier and maybe one could be the disease. So among the four, how many could be the disease? One among the four. So that would be the fourth one. This part. This could be the carrier. Okay. So next 153 is saying that cells of the tapetum possesses the dense cytoplasm and generally have more than one nucleus. If more than one nucleus, could be there, then what could be tapetum is present. So tapetum possesses the dense cytoplasm, that is correct, and having more than one nucleus. Okay, in the center there will be the one nucleus and more than one could be present, and presence of more than one nucleus in the tapetum increase the efficiency of the nourishing the development microspore mother cell, MMC. So in the MMC we have seen they are not showing the increased efficiency of the nourishing development, so it will be incorrect. Okay, so the assertion will be true and reason will become false. Third one, then how many meiotic and the mitotic division need to occur for the development of a mature female gametophyte from the megaspore mother cell, MMC, in an angiospermic plant? So in the angiospermic plant we can say one meiosis and 3 mitosis would be there, then only the megaspore mother cell will be responsible for it. Okay, so the 1 meiosis and 3 mitosis. Okay, so the third 3 mitosis we have seen in the MMC. Which of the following is an example of the zygomorphic flower? It is a memory based question. We know it is a pea plant in which the zygomorphic in the family's flowchart we have seen a pea plant will having the zygomorphic flower. Then 156 is after the maturation in primary lymphoid organs, the lymphocytes migrate for the interaction with the antigen to secondary lymphoid organs tissues, like from here to where, कहाँ से कहाँ पर जा रहा है. So here we can say कि अगर हम maturation के बाद की बात करें और primary lymphoid organ, so primary lymphoid organ we have seen bone marrow and the thymus only. Bone marrow and thymus. Okay, so bone marrow and thymus only the primary or lymphoid organ, and rest are the secondary lymphoid organ. Okay, so the thymus, and here in the question what they are asking, correct answer for the option given below, with the antigen to secondary lymphoid organ. So interaction would be where it could migrate into the secondary lymphoid organ. So if we will remove the thymus and the bone marrow, so remaining all three will be the secondary lymphoid organ. So these three will become secondary lymphoid organ. Secondary lymphoid organ means here lymphatic system complete, lymph nodes we can say, and spleen, Peyer's patches. Okay, so these are actually the secondary lymphoid organ, and we have chosen the correct answer here. So then next we'll move to the 157th. Fig fruit is a non-vegetarian fruit as it has includes a fig wasp in it. So fig fruit is actually giving the we can say just like a shelter for the pollination of its flower. The fig will give some shelter for this wasp, and the wasp will get the nourishment as well as stay for some time, and then whenever get mature it will go out from here. Okay, so simply we can say the statement 1 is actually showing the fig fruit is non-vegetarian. It will stay, but it is not like it is eating. That fig fruit is not eating this this wasp. Okay, it is not eating, it is just giving a shelter for some time to it. Okay, so if it is eating, so in that condition we can say okay, it is non-vegetarian, but it is not eating it. So in that case we can say this is the incorrect statement. And second one will be okay, and the second one will become the fig wasp and the fig tree exhibit the mutual relationship, that is correct, and the wasp completes its life cycle in the fig fruit, and fig fruit gets pollinated by the fig wasp, not by because of the fig wasp only. In a fig fruit is giving just like complete life cycle will not be there. After getting maturation it will go out. Okay, as I told you, so it could be there but not exactly they are explaining here, so it is incorrect. So second one will become incorrect. First is also incorrect, so second one. Then what is the main function of the spindle fibers during the mitosis? During the mitosis, what could be the function of the spindle fibers, they are asking. So to separate the chromosome only. The synthesis will become in the S phase. Damage and repair will not be the function, it would be separate. And regulate the cell growth is not the function of it. Which one of the following is a characteristic feature of the gymnosperm? So in the gymnosperm, they are the seed naked, that is why they are calling as gymnosperm. Consider the statement regarding the function of adrenal medullary hormone. What is adrenal medullary hormone? We know catecholamine or the adrenaline or the noradrenaline. Adrenaline or noradrenaline. Okay, so they are actually also known as the emergency hormone. These are the emergency hormone. So in the emergency hormone, what could be the function? Piloerection is there. Okay, so we have to find out the correct function of the emergency hormone or the catecholamines. So simply we can say piloerection is there, hyperglycemic, because if the emergency situation will come, then heartbeat will become increased, heart rate will increase, cardiac output actually increasing. Okay, and blood pressure is also increasing. And everything which is in the increased state, they need ATP, and for the synthesization of the ATP we need the glycolysis. Okay, so for the glycolysis we need glucose, right? So the glucose concentration should increase, so that is why it is a hyperglycemic hormone. Okay, so the B is there, and it causes a pulmonary constriction. It should be the dilation, not the constriction. So A should not be there, B, C together increase the heart contraction, as I told you here itself. So the second one could be the correct answer. Then why can't insulin be given orally to the diabetic patient? To the diabetic patient why क्यों नहीं दे सकते हैं हम इंसुलिन को ओरली? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि अगर हम गैस्ट्रो इंटेस्टाइनल ट्रैक्ट की बात करें तो वहां पर डाइजेस्टिव जूसेस होते हैं, सो दे विल कॉज द डिग्रेडेशन ऑफ द, बिकॉज ये जो इंसुलिन है दैट इज अ प्रोटीन, और प्रोटीन का डिग्रेडेशन हो जाएगा बिकॉज ऑफ द पेप्टिक हार्मोन्स, पेप्टिक एंजाइम्स which is synthesizing into the stomach, gastrointestinal tract, or into the duodenum, pancreas. These juices will cause the degradation of this peptide. Okay, so on that basis we can say it will digest in the gastrointestinal tract. That is correct. Okay, 162 is Pteridophyta, bryophytes, angiosperm and gymnosperm. So among all four, which could be the correct matching here? So simply A, Pteridophyte, that is a salvini. It is memory based question. I cannot say you to try to understand or try to make a sense. No, you have to learn the example. So the A4 and here given in these two, B3 no need to see, just check the C1. C is salvinia, C1. Okay, so C1, not this one. Answer is here in front of you. You have to learn the example. Okay, the next is 163. Who proposed the genetic code for the amino acid should be made up of the 3 nucleotide. Amino acid should be made up of the 3 nucleotide, that from the George Gamow. Okay, the next is 164. Here the evil quarter, ex situ conservation, lantana and dido. Again this will be a memory based question. Again I cannot do anything in this. You have to choose the correct answer on the basis of that. I will not explain it directly. I am giving here the answer, but your duty is to give the correct answer, correct combination in the chat box. Okay, just comment in the comment box. You just send me that how it could be matching perfectly. Okay, I will help you with the correct answer, second option. But if you will send me the correct explanation of these few on this basis, so I will see, okay, you are watching this video. Then 165 is which of the following hormones released from the pituitary is actually synthesized in the hypothalamus. So in the hypothalamus, which among these four will become synthesized? Simply antidiuretic hormone, because it is from the posterior pituitary. It is from the posterior pituitary gland. Okay, so here it is from the anterior pituitary synthesizing, and posterior pituitary cannot synthesize its hormone. These all hormones will come from the hypothalamus to the posterior pituitary. Whenever required in that scenario, the posterior pituitary will store it. It will secrete it. Otherwise, it will come from the hypothalamus and will store into the posterior pituitary gland. Okay, and these two are also the anterior pituitary hormones. So we cannot choose these three. The second one could be the correct answer. Then 166 is saying role of the water vascular system. Water vascular system in the echinodermata. One more system we have seen, water canal system. It was into the sponges. Water canal system. It was not into the echinodermata. It was in the water canal system will be into the sponges or phylum Porifera. Okay, so here the echinodermata will show the system. But the question is what could be the function of it? What is the role of it? Okay, so to find out the role of it, we should know that it will help into the excretion and locomotion. In the locomotion, okay, but not only into the excretion, respiration and locomotion, that is correct. These two will be the correct one. And capturing and transport food, okay, for the respiration, locomotion and having the food. Okay, A and C both will correct, but excretion should not be there. Okay, respiration could be there, but digestion should not be there. So A and C could be the correct matching here. Then which of the following type of the immunity is present at the time of the birth? Innate immunity, we know simply. Innate immunity is present at the time of the birth. No need to read again completely. In biofighter, GEMA help in which of the following? Very simple one. GEMA we have seen into the asexual reproduction. Renal portal system into the frog is a special venous connection that acts to link. Here it will be in between the kidney and the lower part of the body. In the frog we have seen renal portal system. Okay, we have seen hypophyseal portal system. Hypophyseal portal system, and one more, that is, which you have to send me the name of the system, which is present in human also. Okay, in hypophyseal portal system between the hypothalamus and the heart. Okay, renal portal system between the kidney and the lower part, or the related to the heart. One more related to the liver and the intestine. So the name you have to tell me what could be the name of this portal system which is present into the human also. In the humans these two systems are present. In humans these two systems are present, but not the renal portal system. But in frog all three are present. In frog all three are present, but human only two. Hypophyseal and this one. But the name of this you have to send me in the comment. Okay, I'll wait for your answer. Then question number 170 is, in ecosystem there is unidirectional flow of the energy of the sun from producer to the consumer. From producer to the consumer directly. Okay, and ecosystem are exempted from the second law of thermodynamics. It is not exempted from the thermodynamics, second law. Okay, so it would be there. So second one is incorrect, and okay, first is incorrect, second incorrect. Okay, first correct and second incorrect, sorry. 171 is which of the following statement about the Rubisco is true? We have to find out the true one. So for the Rubisco was actually included into the C3 cycle. C3 cycle. So just let it complete in the C3 cycle. Like it catalyzes a carboxylation of RUBP, which is the first step of the C3 cycle. Okay, first step of C3 cycle, carbon fixation. Okay, so would be the not only in the dark. They are saying it is active only in the dark. No, it has higher affinity for the oxygen, for the CO2, and it is enzyme involved in the photolysis of the water. No. So 172 is which of the following enzyme are not essential for the gene cloning? Okay, for the gene cloning which is not essential for the cloning in the sense to make the degradation as well as to make the copy of it. Okay, so in the complete gene cloning or the RDT, we have seen the complete process in which the restriction enzyme is required. Okay, restriction enzyme is required, DNA ligase is required, mutase not needed, recombinase not needed, polymerase is very important for the process. DNA polymerase is important for the PCR and other stuff. Restriction enzyme will be working as a molecular scissor. It is working as a molecular scissor. Okay, ligase just knows very well about the linking. So C and D will be not be there. Then read the following statement on the plant growth and development, means about the hormones. They are asking plant growth and development. On that basis they are asking for this, which will be very important for that. Okay, so here the parthenocarpy can be induced by the auxin hormone, that is correct, and plant growth regulators, that is the hormones, can be involved in the promotion as well as the inhibition of the growth. Okay, inhibition as well as growth would be all based on the hormone, that is also correct. And dedifferentiation is a prerequisite for the redifferentiation. First of all, dedifferentiation should be there, and then the redifferentiation will be there. Abscisic acid is a plant growth promoter. Abscisic acid helping in the senescence. Okay, helping in the senescence. Okay, apical dominance promote the growth of the lateral bud, not on the lateral bud. So ABC would be correct one. Okay, correct statement. Which factor is important for the termination of the transcription? Termination means for the initiation we have seen the sigma for the initiation. Sigma factor was just like a driver. So for that primer enzyme will be needed for the sigma. Then only the primer will can we start the process with the help of the RNA polymerase, but sigma should be there to show the pathway that from where the process has to start. Okay, so this is for the initiation, and for termination, rho factor is there. Two type of termination we have seen, rho dependent and rho independent. So rho factor. Frog respire in the water by the skin and buccal cavity, and on the land by skin, buccal cavity and the lungs. So on under the water with the help of the skin only means cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous respiration in the water only, not the buccal cavity. Okay, so the first one will become incorrect here, but for the land they are saying correctly, skin, buccal cavity and the lungs means pulmonary respiration. On the land they will respire with the skin, that is a cutaneous respiration, and with the help of the lungs means pulmonary respiration as well as the buccal cavity. Okay, but on underwater only the cutaneous respiration they will show skin के through. Okay, so केवल skin के through हो रहा है, so we can say for this. So first one, the statement is false for the water. Okay, because the buccal cavity should not be there, but true for the land. Third one. Then twins are born to a family that lived next door to you, means किसी के घर में twins की बात हुई है, and उसके आपके घर के जस्ट में twins are boy and the girl. Which of the following may be true? इनमें से क्या हो सकता है जो कि करेक्ट होगा? ठीक है, तो एक बॉय और एक गर्ल है, तो फेटर्नल ट्विंस होंगे तभी दो अलग अलग प्रेगनेंसी गेन हुई है दो साइड पे यूट्रस के. अगर मैटरनल है तो ओनली सेम होगा, अगर फिटर्नल हो रहा है तो इसका मतलब दो अलग अलग फर्टिलाइजेशन हुए थे, दो जाइगोट बने हैं. ठीक है, सो वी कैन से इसका सेकेंड वन विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. देन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज not involved, microbes not involved in the preparation of the household products? Memory based question only, so you have to learn about it. Aspergillus niger, trichoderma will not involve it. Rest lactobacillus for the curd, Saccharomyces cerevisiae for the yeast, Propionibacteria also will be there. So these three could be there, but lactobacillus should not be there. Oh sorry, Aspergillus niger and the trichoderma, these two A and C should not be there. Okay, so these two, Aspergillus and trichoderma, these two is not in the household product. Progesterone, relaxin, MSH and the catecholamine. Very simple one, catecholamine from the adrenal medulla, relaxin hormone from the ovary, and progesterone from the corpus luteum, and melanocyte stimulating hormone from the pars intermedia. So your turn is just send me the correct option among these four in the comment. I will wait for that. Then question number 179 is a blue-white screening. They are asking the question from the blue-white screening. Selectable marker has been developed which differentiation recombination colonies and the non-recombinant colonies on the basis of their ability to produce a color in the presence of chromogenic substrate, means X-gal. We have seen which was the chromogenic substrate. Okay, so we can say the blue color colonies have DNA inserted in the plasmid and they are identified as recombinant. Blue color colonies was not because of the recombinant. If the recombination not there, so if the insertion and inactivation was taken place into the LEC-Z gene, so if suppose this was the LEC-Z gene, okay, so the LEC-Z gene was having the synthesization of the beta-galactosidase. If beta-galactosidase is present, so it will interact with the X-galactose, and with these two the blue color colonies was coming. But if suppose we have inserted our gene into this area, so because of that beta-galactosidase will not synthesize and X-galactose will be there, but beta-galactosidase is not present, it will not interact with it. So what will happen? There will be no blue color colonies, there will be colorless colonies. It will show the colorless colonies, or colorless colonies we will call it as a white colonies. Okay, so based on that we can say the first one will be incorrect statement. Okay, first is incorrect, second is correct, because second they are saying without blue color have the DNA inserted in the plasmid and are identified as a recombinant colonies. Okay, the next and the last one is which of the following equation will represent this logistic growth. Logistic growth, again memory based question. If you have learned the formula, very good. If not, just learn it. Very important one, direct question you can get from this one.